Sure.
What was your identity, and what did it take away?
Yeah. So my identity, I think the game of football, the more you continue your career from high school to college, big college for me at Ohio State, and then especially the validation that you get when you're drafted in the National Football League, it you develop that warrior mentality. And actually, jotted down some couple notes is like I think you create a level of almost like invincibility, like and as an overcomer, like nothing, no adversity or like nothing can kind of get to you because you're like this, you're one of 2,500 people in the world doing this thing. And you create this level of confidence and invincibility about yourself, which is both a gift and a curse because the real world and real life, when you're outside of football, does humble you in many ways, shape, and form. And I think what part did it take away? I think, I was probably right in the middle of the transition. I want to say 2005, 2006, the iPhone was created, like right smack dab in the middle of my career, which really brought about what we considered at that time a quality camera phone to both take pictures and record. The internet was booming, and MySpace and Facebook, and what I'm kind of getting to is privacy. I think what starts to be taken away from you as you become this professional football player or football player is you looked at in like you're in a rarefied place for achieving, the opportunity to play at Ohio State, the opportunity to get drafted in the National Football League. They take into account that you have money in your pocket, and they look at you with this allure. And there's eyeballs and there's judgment when you're at the grocery store. There's invading privacy when you're out to dinner with your friends or family, and somebody wants to walk over and grab an autograph or take a picture. And so I think there's a mild invasion of privacy. And I think, we now hear it now through stars and celebrities with paparazzi following them around. That was never the case for me. But more so than anything, I think what football sometimes takes away as you become a star or celebrity is some of the privacy. And even more so now with, again, the technology that we have, walking around with a supercomputer and a Nikon highly focused camera in our hand as well, that's able to take both video and pictures, is you have to be very much on your P's and Q's about who you are authentically, out in the world, because one, slight nicks in judgment caught on camera can tarnish an entire career or an entire life worth of work to come across and be who you are authentically, in a moment of weakness.
Did it become addicting? As far as does celebrity become addicting at some point?
Not for me. It may for some, because and I think in some cases that's a balance of, does living up to expectation, as a potential celebrity, take away by having to say yes to things, events, autograph signings, and so on, take away from the work that goes into your profession to stay a professional athlete. And I think that's the balance that now, given I have a son who's, playing collegiate football at the high level as well, is like now it's been dragged down from the National Football League or professional sports into college sports, with the lack of privacy, with the pressure, with the time management, with the discipline as well, which is, again, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21-year-olds are having to manage, what adults being paid professionally have to do.